Now today in class 12th, we will discuss about the deviation without dispersion. Before that, I have told you the dispersion without deviation, and I told you that this deviation does not take place for the mean color ray, that means the yellow color. So now second one to this is that the deviation without dispersion. So in this combination of the presence, the emergent ray and the incident ray are the same. So this no dispersion is only for the two colors, red and violet. They are the extreme colors of the visible spectrum. The two prisms of different classes are so arranged that there is no dispersion but there is deviation for mean color, that is yellow. So this is like this one. Suppose we are having a prism. This is the another prism. These are the two prisms. Its angle is A1 and this angle is A2. This is the incident ray. It splits into the two colors, red and violet. They combined by the second prism, and then the light ray goes like this. So this is white light, white light. This is also white light, white light. So this red and violet color combine with each other. So there is deviation only for the medium color. This is our prism number 1. This is prism number 2. As I told you that both the prisms must be of different classes. This combination of two prisms is called achromatic combination. And it is used in binoculars. Have you seen the binocular? Two wide, like this. So you have seen that so many spectators in the cricket ground have their binoculars, so you used to see the cricket match by using the binoculars. So this giving no dispersion, so the whatever kind of light is coming, that will be the same as the emergent light. So there is no dispersion at all. So it is clearly visible. And we have, there is no dispersion, so net dispersion is net dispersion. This is equal to 0. So net dispersion, that means that this is the what? The angular dispersion. So this theta 1 minus theta 2, this is equal to 0. Theta 1 the dispersion due to the first prism, theta 2 the dispersion due to the second prism. So the difference of these two must be equal to 0. So this theta 1 is equal to theta 2. And we know that this theta is equal to mu1b minus mu1r into A1 is equal to mu2b minus mu2r into A2, where A1 and A2 are the angle of the prism, A1 and A2. Mu1, this is the refractive index of the first prism for violet color, this is the refractive index of the first prism for red color, this is for violet for the second prism, this is red for second prism. And now also we know, using the relation, or we can have this A1 upon A2 is equal to mu2b minus mu2r upon mu1b minus mu1r. This is now one more condition, that the angle of presence must be like this one. So this is, now we take number 1. And now using this A equal to delta upon mu minus 1. If we use it, then you can see that A1 is equal to delta 1 upon mu1 minus 1 and A2 equal to delta 2 upon mu2 minus 1. So we can use this A1 equal to delta 1 upon mu1 minus 1 and A2 equal to delta 2 upon mu2 minus 1. So now use this relation in this one. Then what we have? Delta 1 upon delta 2. Now this is equal to mu2 minus 1 upon mu1 minus 1. This is equal to mu2b minus mu2r upon mu1b minus mu1r. This I have used here in equation first. In equation first, I have put the value of this A1 and A2. Then this becomes like this one. And you can see from here that this delta 1 upon delta 2 is equal to, now when we divide to this one, then this will be your omega 2. And this now will be your omega 1. Omega 2 upon omega 1. This is the required condition. So, this is now number 2, where omega 1 omega 1 is equal to mu 1 b minus mu 1 r upon mu 1 minus 1, and omega 2 is equal to mu 2 b minus mu 2 r upon mu 2 minus 1. These are the dispersive power of the first prism. This is the dispersive power of second prism. So in place of that, I have written to this rule that this condition must be verified. This is no condition. It is condition for no dispersion. No dispersion. Or you can say that this delta 1 omega 1 equal to delta 2 omega 2, or delta 1 omega 1 equal to delta 2 omega 2. This is no one more relation. So either you write in this way or you write in this way, or we have this relation. Then if the first, second and this now given to third one, if either of these three conditions is satisfied, then the combination of the prism is said to be the achromatic combination of prisms. So this is what the net dispersion. So there is no dispersion at all, so net dispersion is equal to 0. Now we take the deviation. Net deviation. Net deviation delta equal to delta 1 minus delta 2. Delta 1 the deviation due to the first prism and delta 2 deviation for the second prism. And these deviations are only for the mean color, as I have written in the first step. So this is equal to, now as we know that this delta 1 this is equal to mu 1 minus 1 into a1 minus mu 2 minus 1 into a2. And now you can see that in place of a1 upon a2, now this is now mu 1, so this so much is the delta, this is now delta. So now if we take, we use this relation, this delta is equal to delta 1, we take common, then 1 minus delta 2 upon delta 1. And we know from here that delta 1 upon delta 2 equal to omega 2 upon omega 1. So delta 2 upon delta 1 equal to omega 1 upon omega 2. So in this place we can write delta 1 into 1 minus omega 1 upon omega 2. This is what the delta. And you can see from here, since the net deviation is positive, since delta equal to positive, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि ये जो फैक्टर लिखा हुआ है ये ग्रेटर देन 1 होना चाहिए. So 1 minus omega 1 upon omega 2, this is greater than 0. Or we can have that this omega 1 upon omega 2 is less than 1, or omega 1 less than omega 2. It means that the dispersive power of this first prism must be less than the dispersive power of the second prism. And we know that the dispersive power depends upon the refractive index. So the prism of lower refractive index must be the first prism, and that or the higher refractive index must be the second prism. So the incident light must fall on the first prism. or mu1 is less than and we know that for ground glass mu is equal to 1.52 and for flint glass mu is equal to 1.65. It means that the first prism must be made of ground glass and second prism must be made of this flint glass. So first prism, the first and second prisms must be made of crown and flint glasses respectively. तो ऐसा नहीं है कि आप किसी भी ग्लास को आप फर्स्ट प्रिज्म के लिए यूज कर लें, किसी को सेकंड के लिए प्रिज्म कर लें, लेकिन जब आप इनको फर्स्ट और सेकंड प्रिज्म बनाएं क्राउन और फ्लिंट ग्लास का, तो क्राउन ग्लास का प्रिज्म पहले होना चाहिए और सेकंड फ्लिंट ग्लास का प्रिज्म है वो बाद में होना चाहिए, जिससे इंसिडेंट लाइट है वो क्राउन ग्लास के प्रिज्म पर गिरना चाहिए। तो मैंने आपको इसमें बताया कि भाई ये प्रिज्म है, जिसे नाउ प्रिज्म, और दूसरा मैंने प्रिज्म आपको ये बताया, ये है आपका A1 और ये है A2। तो ये जो प्रिज्म है दिस मस्ट बी ऑफ द क्राउन ग्लास, दिस इज नाउ फर्स्ट प्रिज्म, दिस इज नाउ सेकंड प्रिज्म, ये होना चाहिए फ्लिंट ग्लास, फ्लिंट ग्लास प्रिज्म। अब इसमें क्या, जैसे आप देख रहे हैं कि एक प्रिज्म को अपोजिटली अरेंज किया जाता है, एक का जो एंगल ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन होता है ऊपर की तरफ होता है, दूसरे का एंगल ऑफ रिफ्रैक्शन नीचे की तरफ होता है। तो प्रिज्म्स आर अरेंज्ड इन द अपोजिट ऑर्डर। The prisms are arranged in opposite order. So this is what the deviation without dispersion, and this is a very important part of the dispersion of the light, and I have told you that the question is to be asked in this topic. So this is a very important one, and based on this phenomenon, the dispersion of light, there is a very wonderful natural phenomenon, that is the rainbow, and this rainbow I will tell you in the next video. The rainbow is again of two kinds, one the daytime rainbow or the solar rainbow, and second is the nighttime rainbow or the moon bow. So this I will tell you in the next video. So please read and subscribe and share the video as much as possible. So thank you very much.